Hello students, in this video we are starting a new chapter here, that is the chapter Electrochemistry. So in this video we'll be going to do an introduction part for electrochemistry. Electrochemistry, from the word itself it is clear, electro relates to the electrical energy, chem relates to the chemical energy. So, electrochemistry is something a relationship between these energy, that is chemical energy and the electrical energy. So, how we define this electrochemistry? It is a branch of science deals with the production of electricity from the energy released during the spontaneous chemical reactions and the use of electrical energy to bring about the non-spontaneous chemical transformation is called as electrochemistry. That means here it involves the production of electricity. That means the chemical energy which is released, that is the energy released during the spontaneous reaction, that chemical energy is used to produce electricity, or we can say it is used for the production of electricity. And even though the electric energy can be used to bring about a non-spontaneous chemical transformation, so here it is the electrochemistry is a relationship between, or the transformation between, the chemical energy to electrical and the electrical energy to the chemical. Electrochemistry, it relates with both chemical energy and the electrical energy. So the chemical energy converted into the electrical energy, so the device which converts these is called as electrochemical cells. And if the electrical energy is converted into chemical energy, the device used for this conversion is called as electrolytic cell. So now we'll be going to discuss in detail about electrochemical cells and how it is different from the electrolytic cells. So first let us discuss electrochemical cell. The device in which chemical energy of spontaneous redox reaction is converted into electrical energy are called electrochemical cell. So this is known to you. You have learned already this in the 11th standard. So just go through the details once again which we have learned in the electrochemical cell in the last year. So here when we take the case of zinc and copper, which is dipped in the zinc sulfate solution, copper is dipped in the copper sulfate solution. Here the reaction takes place, that is zinc is converted into zinc ion, that is called as oxidation, and the copper ion is converted into copper, that is reduction. So just recall what we have learned last year about the redox reaction, that is the redox reaction in which both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So this one is the electron donor here. Now it donates the electron to this. So that is the electron acceptor. So when it donates the electron, now it become this. So now you can see there is a loss of electron here, or we can see here from here to here we can see that there is a loss of electron, or we can see there is an increase in the oxidation number. So that is what are called as oxidation. So how we define oxidation? That is a loss of electron, or we can say there is an increase in the oxidation number, that is called as oxidation. But here when you look at here, this is an electron acceptor which accept the electron from the electron donor, and it become this. Now we can see that one electron is gained here. This process is called as reduction. So how we define reduction? That is the gain of electron, or if it is a decrease in the oxidation number, then it is called as reduction. So for this reaction, that is a zinc plus CO2 plus giving rise to zinc ion copper. That is zinc plus copper ion giving rise to zinc ion plus copper. So in this case, here you can see the zinc have oxidation state 0, but here Zn2 plus, it have an oxidation state plus 2. So from here to here there is an increase in the oxidation number, or we can say there is a loss of electron, therefore it is an oxidation. And from here to here there is a decrease in the oxidation number, or we can say there is a gain of electron, therefore it is a reduction. So this we have already learned last year. Now how we can split this equation? So oxidation, that is a loss of electron, Zn is giving rise to Zn2 plus with 2 electron, and here reduction, copper ion plus 2 electron, gain of 2 electron. So the zinc is losing 2 electron, and that 2 electron is gained by the copper ion to form copper. So when you make the sum of these two equations, that is the oxidation reaction and the reduction reaction, when you make the sum, you will get this equation. So the electron must get cancelled during this. So this is what you have learned last year. Next is electrolytic cell. Let us take an example here. The electrolysis of molten NaCl, that is the molten NaCl is taken here, and the 2 electrodes are given here. Now in this case what we can see that NaCl in the molten state, it get ionizes to Na plus and Cl minus, and we know that the opposite charges will attract. So here the sodium ion, because it is a positive charge, it will start to attract the negative electrode as it is shown in the figure, and the Cl negative, which is negatively charged, will start to get deposit on the positively charged electrode as it is shown here. So here there is a, we can say that the opposite charges ions will move towards the opposite electrode. So here the phenomena of electrical changes taking place by the passage of electric energy from the external source, this is called as electrolysis. So here the electric current is applied and the chemical changes taking place. So this process is called as electrolysis, and the device which is used to carry out electrolysis is called as electrolytic cell. So how we differentiate the electrochemical cell with electrolytic cell? That is, in the electrochemical cell, here the anode is negative, as we have discussed already. The zinc electrode, that is actually negative electrode, that is here anode is a negative, but in this case anode is positive. But one thing is common here, in both the cases oxidation takes place at anode. Next here you can see cathode. Cathode, it is a positive in the case of electrochemical cell, but here it is a negative in the case of electrolytic cell. Next, the spontaneous reaction occurs in the electrochemical cell, and here non-spontaneous reaction occurs in the electrolytic cell, and it does not require the external voltage source, and here it requires the external voltage source. So what in short we can say here, here in the case of electrochemical cell, there is a production of electricity. That means the production of electricity takes place, and here the electric current is applied to undergo a non-spontaneous reaction. So here the electric energy is produced, and here the electrical energy is used. So in the electrolytic cell, the electrical energy is converted into chemical, but in the galvanic cell, chemical energy is converted into electrical energy, and here the electric energy is brings about the redox reaction, but here the electrical energy is generated. That is the difference here. Here the electrical energy is provided, and here the electrical energy is generated by this redox reaction. And here, as we have discussed, anode is positive while cathode is negative in the case of electrolytic cell. But here anode is negative, and while the cathode is positive. So in this case, the redox reaction takes place in the same container, and you can see in the galvanic cell the oxidation and the reduction takes place in the separate container. So that is why you can see in the diagram itself, in the electrochemical cell, two containers are there, and here only one container is there. So here no salt bridge is required, but in this case salt bridge is required. So these are the difference between electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. So this is all about this video. Have a nice day.